Hello, this is Mr. Rogers, and I'd like to take a moment to comment about lichess and how it's going to really help our students become better players. It's a very exciting site, and this year we're really exploring more of its advantages to our students. So I'm in a student's account right now, Olivia's, and we're just going to take a quick look at what happens when you come in and where they go. So first of all, this is the main page, and she can set up games in any type of format that she wants. The one that they are all excited about, though, is going into community and going to teams. And in the team page, you can see we have the Chess Cats with 43 members, so we can click on that. That also includes the middle school team, so we have grown quite a bit. And here you can see there's all the students there. Now, yesterday, on a Thursday, this board lights up. We've got about 20 to 28 students on that day, and they can all play each other simply by clicking on a green dot or just holding their cursor over it and then offering a challenge. And it's nice when they're all next to each other because they can see if that student's already in a challenge. They can also observe or watch a game in play, so that's fun for them as well. And as a coach, they can go in and look at past games of each other's as well to analyze and talk about it. So let's just go into Olivia's history. And here it just shows you an entire kind of timeline of what she's done with lichess so far. And she's practiced positions on checkmate patterns, which is fantastic. This is what the students need to do. They need to go in and look at all the things in the practice area, which you can see up here, practice. And then over here they have the 3 games that she's played, so we'll click on those. And what's amazing about lichess is it's free and it collects all the data for the students. And so you can see exactly who she played. It provides a rating if that's turned on. At this time we're not, we're just training, set to like 1500. I'm going to go into this particular game where she's played Anderson yesterday. It's a quick one, but it'll give us a sense of how this can help the student after the game. And me, because I can then say something about it to the child. So here we are, we're looking at the game. I'm going to rewind it. This is like, on a VCR or the old days. There's a rewind button, so just click rewind and it rewinds the game if it's open. And I, as a coach, don't have the time to go through 30 or so student games and do the analysis, but fortunately lichess provides that for you. Just click on analysis board, and then the students can do this as well. Then they can request the computer analysis. And it takes Stockfish, which is the engine that runs the calculations on the game, comparing it to thousands of games played over hundreds of years, and then it compares the moves for each player, giving advantages in what we call centipons. It's like points as they go. So you can see the graph building on the bottom, and it takes it quite a while to run through the database and come up with this. I think it might take a total of 30 seconds to finish that. While it's doing that, though, while it's building the database, we can come up and just look at the moves and see what she has done here. There is the openings, which we always say to open center pawn strong. And then as it goes, you can see that Stockfish is offering suggestions as a post-analysis. So that's important, so the child can say, oh, maybe that should have been a move I made rather than the next move that I did make, which here with the question mark and exclamation is a dubious move. So it's saying, well, that's not the best thing you could have done. So it's giving suggestions as you go, and also it offers an alternative line, and it'll run it. You can actually run the alternative line and go, well, what would have happened if I brought that knight out? The engine will help you to basically speculate the rest of that game. So it's really a great way for kids to analyze and figure out what they may have or may not have done well. Now down here at the bottom, I like sending this to parents. I just sent one out earlier today to just talk about the game. And it's a great graphic. This graph illustrates using cent upon every move has a point advantage or disadvantage. So at the beginning of the game, both players really were kind of even, making moves up and down. And then all of a sudden, this move right here, and notice it's active. It's very cool. I can click on it. This move here, this move of the queen, was a very powerful move, a very strong move for white, because it creates a disadvantage for black, just exposing the queen without any sort of protection. So the next move you can guess is just to take the queen, kind of an exchange. But it gave white an advantage to do so. And that's why the bar on the graph is higher for white here. Now later in the game, you can see that black starts to get stronger. And so the graph drops down below. And then, all in the middle of the game, there was this great piece that happened for white. And then, back down to black. And eventually, black does win this game. That would be Olivia. She won this game with Anderson. So it's an amazing way for a child to look at the game, to see what the suggestions are from the engine, and then to think about that for their next game. So I love this lichess. It's free, and it gives you every detail that you want. I also like down here, if you look at the bottom, there is a button called Learn from Mistakes. You click on that, and it'll actually walk you through. It'll walk the student through each one and give them little tips, and so they can just fast forward, and it's giving them tips as they go, and that can be turned off. So that can be turned on and turned off. I mean, it is an absolutely incredible free service that I haven't seen before. It's just so powerful. Sorry, I'm excited. Oh, and that's about all I wanted to show. Please, as your students progress, have them go through and look at their games, look at each other's games, and they get stronger that way. Well, that's about all I have. Thank you very much.